Hello. Okay, let's do this. I get a lot of email from people, and I get way behind on answering folks. And this one, I just stopped up there after filming a little adventure in that hole back there, and I just got this email as I was eating an old piece of French toast, not old from this morning, but it's stale and nonetheless and squished up in my bag. This is, and I don't know. Usually I ask people's permission before I read their messages, but I just get the feeling that this guy won't mind. I won't say his name. I'll just say this is from a viewer, and he says, here it is. I'll read his email, and it is a he, and then I'll answer it. And if whoever's interested, it says, first off, he says, a big hi from England. First off, I'd like to get the soppy stuff out of the way. I'm very jealous of you because of your spirit for everything in the world. Maybe it just comes with age, as I am only in my teens, but with the want that we as humans have, I want it now. I've tried backpacking and going on long walks without a desired destination, but there are a few places of interest in England, and most of the land is covered in modern cities. There are no mountains here. I mean, I could go to Wales or another country in the UK, but as my sister and brother are both in university, our family doesn't really have the money to go on holidays and trips. One good thing, I guess, is that I'm moving to Nagoya. Really? Wow. Next year, away from my family, all by myself on the other side of the world. I'm moving there to study at something college, I won't give the name. If I have the time free from studying, I will definitely go backpacking. I think there is a difference between going on a walk and what you do. You seem to just go wherever your eyes and feet will take you and enjoy every second of it. But I'm not a spiritual person, but I say that walking is more for your own peace, which I understand and love the idea of, because when I get a little time outside in a quiet, empty place, I feel relaxed and just want to stay there forever. One time I forgot the keys. I'm sorry, I'm reading fast. I'll slow down. There's no reason to go fast. One time, this is not for the bullet train. This is not for immediate upload, so I can actually sit down and leisurely read. One time I forgot the keys to my house and had to wait for an hour in the field. I called my parents and they said, go to my Graham's house across the road and ask for the keys. But I ignored it and stayed outside. Maybe I should have got the keys. I got badly sunburnt after all. But I didn't. But I did that because I felt happy. And I like you have social problems. I'm perfectly capable of talking to people and getting out in the world, but I find it hard to communicate and express myself to others. It's got to the point where all my friends are online, /nerd, me, you and me both, and they know more about me than my parents. I'll be forced to live with another student for the first year at least when I'm at school, but they are more likely to put you in a room with someone else who is a foreigner, so you don't feel so different. Seeing as it's pretty close to you, maybe one time we could hike up in the hills and see where it takes us. You bet. Question, here's the question. Well, before I get to the question, let me just say, go back and just address a couple of those things. Being jealous of me because of what I do, you're doing the same thing. And the finding interest in the like, that's inherent in, maybe it's not inherent in your personality. It kind of grows, and it's kind of something that becomes a part of you the more you do it. So I would say simply, even if you think that there's not a lot of interesting things out there, just keep on trying. I think you'll find that there are. I mean, look at me. I'm in a beach sitting amidst the beach litter. I mean, there's trash all about me, and I'm having a great old time. It's not like I'm in a temple or a shrine or anything like that. You know, it's just, you know, it's what you make it. So you're on the track for that. Go back on what you said about you're moving to Nagoya next year. Well, you're going to be in the same town with with the king himself. Give me a brakeman, give me a brakeman, and not too far from Molly and Tia and I and Mike here in Shizuoka. Well, you betcha, of course we can get together, you know, and well, I hope you'll decide to take up a camera maybe and join our little J-Vlog community. So I'm glad you're going to be so close. Keep me informed about what happens with all that. About not being a spiritual person or walking to find your own peace, definitely, you know, I don't walk seeking enlightenment. I walk, you know, I don't walk for understanding. I walk because it gives me peace, and that ties into what you said about not being a social person. I've talked about this before. When I'm around a lot of people, it's like being in a room with smoke alarms going off. And I know that sounds harsh. I don't mean to say that people are analogous to smoke alarms. It's just that it's just great. It just takes, you can't take it after a while. And even though smoke alarms are helpful, even though people are helpful, even though it's good to have people, I mean, we're all human beings. I don't know why I have this sensitivity or insensitivity to it. I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm a sociopath. I don't know. But there it is. And being away like this gives me the peace that I need. Even hearing the traffic like that. It's not the noise necessarily of all that. It's the psychological attention that it requires. The attention to be focused on other people's needs. It really sounds selfish. It really sounds immature, doesn't it? And I don't like it. But it's just the way that I am. I can't seem to change. I can't seem to mature. If that's it. But on the flip side, I've had so many people write to me and tell me the same thing. People who otherwise seem normal and well composed and capable, just yet in a hidden way, incapable. I like the fact that you got sunburned. I'm getting sunburned right now. I think it's a worthwhile thing, even though watch out for skin cancer. Slather that lotion on if you can. What you said about having your friends online, that's the way it's going to be. It seems weird right now that there's a lot of people that there's those signs that say, I love the computer, all my friends live in there, and a lot of people say, that's not right, you should have real contact with people. My daughter's generation and the generations that come after that, this is going to be the way it's going to be. These communities, the thing like the J-Vlog community, which I have my ins and outs with, that is going to be the norm for the future. I mean, we're going to have our communities that are based on like, interest, and personalities, and that will be irrespective of borders and geography, and maybe in some ways even time overall. Won't that be interesting? I wonder how that time element will come in. So don't feel bad about having all your friends living in the computer. It just means that you're ahead of your time. I really do think so. But you need to have those social skills, I guess, in a way. It sounds like you've got them. The way that you write for a teenager, to be able to write like this, I mean, that's not necessarily indicative of your social skills. But I bet it's the case. What's that guy doing? He's hanging up right up there by my back. He's watching me. See this guy up here? I'm being scoped out. I'm certain of it. He went by earlier and he was checking me out, and now he stopped too. Maybe not, but I'm always suspicious. That's okay. My bicycle is up there with my wallet and my other cameras and all my gear is standing right next to him, completely unlocked. He could ride off with it, but that's how much I trust Japan and the Japanese people. I'm not even going to think about it. Let's get back to it. So back to your message. Yeah, about you being in school with the other foreigners. Yeah, I see it. You probably will be put in the other ones. So here's your question. Do you feel that as you get old? Here's the question to me. Do you feel that as you get older, your spirit or need to make the most out of a situation dims down or grows? Might be a hard question to understand, but if you keep it vague, I know you'll come up with an answer. I like your cautions and your suggestion there too. Let me read the question again. Question: do you feel that as you get older, your spirit or need to make the most out of a situation dims down or grows? I'm going to add one more component to that: body. Because that's an important factor in it. My spirit has not diminished. However, my spirit has matured insofar as it's more easily satisfied. It used to be that I had to get to the top of a mountain to feel like I had accomplished something. Now I just have to wander around, and I can set a goal for myself. Like the goal today is I'm trying to ride my bicycle around this big mountain range here. Who cares, I'll get as far as I can. In my 20s, I would have had to maybe get around the stinking mountain. I don't care anymore. I'll make it as far as I can make it. And I guess if I make it halfway, I have to go the whole thing, right? It wouldn't matter. Halfway means you made it, right? Because I have to get home. So, it doesn't. I don't care. So my spirit is moderated, is what it is. It's like my body. That's why I thought it was important to add body in there. My body is definitely not. It's like a beat up old horse, and I'm the rider, the mind inside, and this beat up old horse won't do what I want anymore. And so my mind is tempering its desire in accordance with the limitations of my body, and also the maturing element that I know that when you're young, and all throughout life, we're told that the goals are a worthy thing. That it's good to have a goal. Yeah, screw that. It's good to just be the best person you can. Strive after what what you think is important, and fulfill it to the best of your ability. If you're taking on really important stuff like, you know, saving starving children in some country that where there's plague or something like that, then that's a different matter. That's a goal that needs to be taken care of, and man, power to you if you're the kind of person that can do that. But if you're just talking about the day-to-day stuff of life, I mean, just be a good person. That's you know, that's the best you can do. I mean, that's all. You know, call me a settler if you want, but that's all I want to do is truly just leave the world a slightly better place than when I came in, and not hurt anybody along the way, so avoid that as much as possible. And I have only limited success at that. The other part is does you make the most out of a situation, dim or grow down? So yeah, it's the same thing. I answered that. So it's slowing. It's maturity and age have slowed and eased my mind, but have not diminished my interest. I still have the desire as much as ever. It's like sex. It's exactly like sex. I still want sex just as much as I did when I was 20, but my capacity and ego set set upon a satisfactory conclusion. Or somebody some goal related to it, have moderated. You know, I'm just happy to get through. Okay, and it says never stop posting videos, thanks. And then there's a second email that says, oh, I forgot to say I would really be interested in hearing about your hitchhiking experiences. You're the second person to ask that today. I've got that story that I want to tell about getting kidnapped, and I will tell that story. I'm going to sign off for this one right now, but I will do that. Thank you for writing, my friend, your double email, which I got just now, and I got the answer right away. Let's step up out of the wind and take a look around. Let's go up there and check out my bike, and I'm going to wish you the best possible day ever, and everybody else, and get out there and have some adventures, whether you summit that mountain, whether you summit that partner, or whatever you can. See, now he's going. He was watching me the whole time. As soon as I come up, he's taking off. Yeah, it's funny, but what the heck? Who cares? You know, it's a curious thing. It's a curious thing being done on the beach by a foreigner with a camera and an orange hat. So there's my bike. See all my stuff in there? I'm sure it's all intact. I won't even bother to check. Goodbye, old man. Take care. Goodbye, my friend. Goodbye, everybody else. Have a wonderful day. Make the most of it to the best of your capacity. Leave the world a better place as much as you can than you came in. Take care. Bye-bye.